In this video, we're going to review some of the materials provided to the experts. In the last video, we were talking about the model, and it was very clear that if we were going to be able to implement this model, we were going to have to get experts, the most knowledgeable people we could find, to provide us with the missing information. No data had been collected on this information. There was no chance that data were going to be collected. There would be no way to verify the information. The team decided to use agency experts, if for no other reason than to hold down the cost of the expert elicitation. So over time, a number of agency experts were identified. We were looking for a number between 6 and 12. The number of experts was a little more difficult to identify than one might expect, and so we settled on 6 agency experts. These agency experts were provided with some information in advance of the elicitation. Meanwhile, we developed our set of questions. You see them here, and a copy is made available in the course. When we were going to ask people, we wanted to be very precise with the language that we used and very consistent. So we would ask the questions in precisely the way that you see here. To estimate the probability of population arrival, we gave each expert 100 points and asked them to allocate those points over the 4 different population sizes. As we scroll down through here, the details are not terribly important. If you want to read, you can pause the video or simply look at the file provided in the course. So we asked about arrival, then we asked questions about fish passage. After asking a sequence of questions, we would always ask the expert what their main considerations were in shaping their answers. This would give them an opportunity to identify those critical uncertainties or the things that they thought were most important. We asked questions about the colonization threshold, and we asked questions about spread. And then we repeated some of these questions for the different scenarios. So all in all, each expert was asked 26 different questions. That would mean 26 different values were elicited. To help the experts to prepare for this, each expert was sent, we sent each expert a read-ahead. They were provided with the materials that you see here, 128 pages of information. This information included such things as information about the population. At the present time, it is believed that the population that has arrived at Brandon Road Lock and Dam is small or a low-size population. This would be a parameter for a medium-sized population, and then this would be a parameter to help people gauge what we mean by a large population. And if you scroll through this file, which is also made available, you'll see there's a great deal of technical information that's provided about what we know now about the location of the carp, the size of the population, and so on. If we scroll back up to the top, you can see the types of things that we provided the experts. They got the schedule for implementation, maps, extensive information about Brandon Road Lock and Dam, some general information about Asian carp. The pathway was described in extensive detail, as well as current efforts underway to try to prevent the spread of aquatic nuisance species. And then we described each scenario separately for them. The future without project condition, non-structural, all the way down through lock closure. We identified a number of factors that we thought would be important in impacting Asian carp establishment. And then the fish population, which you've already seen. So if I scroll down through here, just to give you a flavor of what's here, this is what each expert was provided. They were asked to study these materials, become familiar with them. And then we went through this material in a 3-day meeting. And that'll be the subject of the next video.